Hello students, welcome to the biology class. Today we are going to continue with our chapter Heredity and Evolution. In our previous sessions we discussed about the inherited and acquired traits. Along with that we have discussed the terminologies which are very important for this chapter, that is your heredity. Today we are going to start with the Mendel's experiment. We have already discussed that Mendel has selected the garden pea as an experimental material because it is bisexual, it has a short lifespan, as well as it has a 7 contrasting traits. And today we are going to start with monohybrid cross. Mono means in which the Mendel has selected only one trait and then comes out with the observations. So Mendel has selected the stem height with the 2 contrasting alleles of pure tall and pure dwarf. So when we write pure tall and pure dwarf in this English manner means how they appear. That is the phenotypic appearance, that is the external makeup. And when we write with a capital T and small t with small t, that means that is a genetic makeup. And they both are homozygous to each other. Gametes of tall is capital T, gamete of dwarf plant is small t, and by the cross pollination, they comes out with the tall plant in the F1 generation. Means in F1 generation, the Mendel observed 100% tall plant. So he thought the tall and the dwarf, they are mixed with each other, and that's why they comes out with the intermediate height. With this, he then did the self-pollination, and the result comes out with the tall and the dwarf. Then the confusion arises, what type of the genetic makeup is there in the tall plant? Then after the experimental repetition, he observed that the tall of F1 plant is heterozygous, in which we are having one capital T and one small t. And when this capital T and small t, during the gamete formation, they get separated. And then they fuse to form pure tall, then hybrid, and the pure dwarf as that of the parent plant. So the conclusion comes and the observation shows from where this dwarf plant comes. Answer to this question is that the character which appear in F1 generation is a dominant character, and the character which remain unexpressed or concealed, that is known as the recessive character. So in this experiment, that is tall is the dominant character and the dwarf is the recessive character. And the tall plant or the dominant character can express both in the homozygous state as well as in the heterozygous state. Whereas the recessive character can express only in the homozygous state. And one thing more, no particular trait in genetics or during the inheritance, no trait is going to be mixed, no trait is going to be blend. Either they are expressed or they are unexpressed. So expressed traits they are called as the dominant traits, and unexpressed trait they are known as the recessive trait. And with this, the Mendel has given the law, that is the law of dominance. And when they are being separated and they are being fused with each other, they form the phenotypic ratio in which tall and the dwarf are there, genetically not. That is phenotypically how they appear. This is tall, so that is tall and this is dwarf. And genotypically, that is pure tall, hybrid and dwarf. So genetic makeup, phenotypic makeup, and during the cross they are being segregated. So this is known as law of segregation. So here the Mendel has explained 2 laws. Law of dominance, that only one character is going to express in F1 generation, that is known as a dominant, which remains unexpressed, that is known as a recessive like dwarf and the tall. And when during the gamete formation, that they get separated, all the traits they get separated and then they are being fused. So they comes out with both the characters, that is phenotypically as well as genotypic ratio. So in the monohybrid class, the phenotypic ratio is 3:1 and the genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. So you can also do the practice of some another trait, that is the flower color, where the violet and the white flowers are there. The violet is dominant and the white is recessive. So do practice. Till then, thank you.